it's interesting that you're saying that because I'm starting to go nomad. So this year I've been traveling for 140 days, I think, so far. And this year, 2023, in February, I'm leaving for about 6 months and going full digital. 4 continents. I'm going to promote my upcoming book. And it's interesting to meet you when you're talking about the end after 10 years of your travels. Yeah, and I'm just starting. How would you summarize 10 years of living on a suitcase?
And have you been a sedentary like last years? Are you just starting to travel everywhere?
I've been traveling quite a lot for workshops and talks and EO, but this will be the first time that I'm actually giving my apartment. Like I'm packing a backpack and a suitcase, and there's a whole schedules of talks and workshops around the world.
And are you married?
I know where I'm going to be until like July. So,
are you married or you have a partner? Or
no, I'm single, so life is easy here.
Yeah, you will probably get a lot of fun going around. I really like my. I wasn't really a nomad last year. So I was more like a sedentary with a lot of bases, because I stayed like 4 months in Colombia, 4 months in Buenos Aires, 3 months in London, and of course the other months was crazy. The most intense year was 2019, in which I took 70 flights. That means a flight every 5 days. It was probably too much. I love flying, and it's good because you get to know a lot of cultures. You get to start having friends in different places. Well, if you are 100% nomad and you go everywhere, you are always starting to build a community and a routine and then leaving it. So, but by the time you go to the same country 5 times a year, you start getting local friends and being part of a group. And I think that's really fun. Also, it really changed in my routine, like which kind of sports or exercise I could do, because those had to be things that I could do everywhere. So I had an expert doing a gym routine, and every time I went to a different country, I did the same gym routine. But I couldn't really dedicate, to football, because you have to have a group and everything. It's really hard to coordinate everything like that. I didn't like football, but that was an example. So it really conditioned some stuff, but even so, I was able to have a pretty solid routine of always eating the same and always doing the same routine of exercise, because gyms are standard everywhere. Also, a tip, if you are trying to do something like that and stay in shape, is that in most countries, a gym have kind of a free day or a free week or something, so for you to test. If you're a nomad, you can always go for free to some gym. And also, I don't know, different cultures. I had optimized a lot my carry-on, like to be able to have the essentials and to define what an essential is. So every time I went somewhere, I didn't feel like I was missing stuff. I think as I grew older, I started having more hobbies, and mostly in the pandemic, since I stayed in Buenos Aires for 2 years, I started accumulating stuff, And it was like, okay, maybe our parents didn't accumulate stuff because they were culturally fundamentally different. It was just because they were more sedentary. We are not that different, And it's like, okay, now I like my stuff. I know it's hard to be a nomad.